Alright, starting a new unit today. This word would be ratios, not radios, or I've heard all kinds of things. This will be ratios. And this is what our whole unit is going to be about for about the next month. So get settled in and hopefully you'll get used to it because like I said, it's going to be around for a while. So not much to write today. Just a quick definition. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Ratios can be part to part, part to whole, or whole to part. Alright, so what in the world does that mean? What that means is, so obviously it says a comparison of two quantities. So I'm comparing two things. So for example, boys and girls. So if we have 30 students in the class, I'll write it. So if we have 30 students, and let's say that 12 are boys, then of course that leaves 18 to be girls. Alright, so then if I did a ratio of boys to girls, it would be to 18. Alright, if I said it was girls to boys, it would be 18 to 12. Alright, so I'm comparing two things. When it says part to part, well, what are your two parts of this class? My are girls and boys. So that's comparing a part to a part. If you do part to whole, well then it would be something like, what's the number of boys, your part, to your total number of students, which would be your whole. So it would be like 12 to 30. If it did whole to part, it's just reversed. So it wants you to do the whole number of students first. The whole number of students is 30. The part is going to be the boys or the girls, whichever one it asks for. For ratios, it's super important that you pay attention to the order. What I mean by that is, if they ask for the ratio of girls to boys, then what needs to come first? And it's girls, because they asked for girls first. So when you write it, you need to put 18 first, and then 12 would come second. So I'm going to show you, there's 3 different ways to write ratios. And you need to know all 3, because you'll see all 3 ways. Alright, the first one is with a colon. Alright, and if you don't know, a colon is like 2 dots. Like this is a colon right here. That's a colon right there. And I'll show you in just a second. The other way would be like a fraction. And the last way would be using the word to. Okay? So let me show you some examples. So this would be an example of writing a ratio with a colon. Alright, and the way that you say this is you would say 4 to 3. Okay? Same ratio, like fraction, 4 over 3. Or, I can write it in word form, 4 to 3. These two right here are said the exact same way. You say this one 4 to 3. Obviously, you say this one 4 to 3. It's just written 2 different ways. But like I said, you will see all 3 of these ways on test. So make sure you understand that all 3 of them are the same and that all 3 can be used. So another one, 5 to 1. Okay, totally okay that the bigger number comes first. It doesn't mess anything up at all. Same thing if you write it as a fraction. It does not matter one bit that that bigger number is on top. And now with the word 2, just like that. Alright, another one. I'm just making these numbers up. I mean, they don't have any particular meaning. Okay, as a fraction. And then with the word form. Remember, you say these two the exact same way. We're just writing it different ways. The last one thing I want to show you is if I write this one like this, I'm going to go and write it all three ways. Okay? You can reduce a ratio just like you can reduce a fraction or simplify it, if that's a better word for you. You can simplify these. So, when I go and simplify this ratio right here, both of these can be divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 would be 1. 12 divided by 3 would be 4. So now all of these could also be written that same way. Okay, these are equivalent. They're equal. Okay, so like if you're doing a test or whatever, and you get 3/12 as your answer, or 3/12 or 3 to 12 as your answer, but you don't see it listed, they've probably simplified it. So you need to understand that this is the exact same thing. It's just been simplified to a smaller version. All right, so that's pretty much all of our notes. I'm just going to do a little activity real quick so that you can kind of understand more ratios. So I've got a bag of some M&Ms, just a random bag. I didn't count anything out or anything like that. So here are my M&Ms. So if I wanted to do the ratio, let's just see. So M&Ms. If I wanted to do a ratio of green to orange. Okay? Well, like I told you, it's super important that you pay attention to which one they ask for first. All right, so they ask for green first, so green has to come first. So I've got 1, 2, 3, so 3 greens. All right, and I'm just going to write it using the colon. I didn't specify which way to do it. So those are my greens. Now I'm going to do my oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 to 7. Okay? And this will be considered part to part because orange and green are both part of our entire bag of M&Ms. So that will be a part to part comparison. Okay? Let's do another one. Let's do blue to brown. Okay? They asked for blue first, so I have to do the blues first. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 blues. Now they want brown, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 browns. Now, like I told you a little while ago, this is the answer. If I did the ratio of blues to browns, it's going to be 4 to 6. But on the test, they might simplify that. So this could be written as 2 to 3. All I did was simplify this just like you would simplify a fraction. Okay? Alright, what if I did the ratio of reds to purple? Okay, so red has to come first. So there's 2, 3, 5. So 5 reds. Alright. Then I go looking in my batch of M&Ms and I don't see any purples. Okay? These are browns if you can't tell. So then you would just put a 0. There are 0 purples in this bag. That's because there's not a purple M&M, by the way, in case you're confused. Alright, so all of these would be considered part to part because, like I said, they're a part of the entire bag. So now let me show you, let's say we do yellows to total. So I want to find the ratio of my yellow M&Ms to my total number of M&Ms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the second thing they asked for was the total number of M&Ms. Now, the one thing that kids mess up on the most with this is when they find the total, they don't include the yellows. Yellows are discounted. But think about it. Is yellow included in the total? Is yellow included in the whole bag? And yes, it is. So I have to include these 5 that I've already counted. So I got to count all of my M&Ms now to get that total number. So there's my 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 M&Ms. All right. And once again, hopefully you're realizing that this can be simplified. So I might see this written as 1 to 6. Okay? All right, what if they switched it and they said total to yellow? We'll keep it the same. Well, I don't need to count anything this time. All they've done is switch the order. So instead of being 5 to 30, it's now going to be 30 to 5, or 6 to 1. Okay? So the most important thing to remember with ratios is that the order absolutely matters. All right? You have to have whatever they ask for first, that number has to come first. If these were to be, like if I had written this right here as 6 to 4, that would be wrong because they would want blue first. And there are not 6 blues in this bag, so this 4 has to come first. Okay?